Hello, ladies and gentlemen. This is Greg McCloskey from Forex Live. I'm going to take a look at some of the major currency pairs after some pretty heated inflation data. Personal income in the U.S. rose by 0.6% versus 0.5%. We also saw that the core PCE increased by 0.6% versus 0.5%. The year-on-year measure was also higher, 4.8% versus 4.7%. And if you take a look at the price index this month versus last year, it was 6.8% versus 6.3%. So lots of higher numbers coming from the inflation front, numbers that the Fed officials look at, and that is putting a damper on some of the price action. The NASDAQ is still up 83 points, but it was up over 100 points. The Dow Industrial Average has turned negative. The S&P has given up some of its gains as well, up 13%. For the month, however, the major indices are up strong, and this is the last day of the month. The NASDAQ index is over 10% on the month. The Dow is up about 5.57%, and the S&P is between those two extremes. So good numbers for the month for the U.S. stock market. We'll see how the market ends here, but being hit a little bit, but still positive versus the S&P and the NASDAQ. The dollar has moved higher as a result. If you take a look at the dollar versus yen, we see a spike to the upside here after, well, a spike to the downside earlier in the session. The price moved to the downside, got below the low price going back to June 22nd. After testing it near the close and finding some support buyers, we moved up to our resistance area against these swing areas and found willing sellers, and that gave the go-ahead to push lower once we moved below the this low here going back to June 23rd. The price gained momentum to the downside. These levels right here, if you go back in time and you look at these swing highs and swing lows right here, that's they sort of stall the market a little bit here before reaching our extreme at 132.49 and now seeing the bounce back to the upside. If we take a look at the retracement from of this leg to the downside, which is pretty sharp over the 3-day period, the 38.2% comes in at 134.407. But we're up retesting this June 23rd low, so a key level, and we're finding sellers against that level trading at 133.96. So watch this level, watch the 38.2%, watch this swing area. All of them were in play earlier today, and or these and this one at least. The 38.2 is in between those levels, so pay attention to those levels. And let's take a look at the euro versus US dollar. I'll spread this out a little bit. There we go. The pair still remains in this box, this box here, which confines the pair between 10095, let's call it 101, and 102.77, 74 on the top side. The 100 and 200 hour moving average are near converged, or helixing above and below each other, I guess. The market price moved below that 100 and 200 hour moving averages once again. We've seen that pattern time and time again over this 8 or 9 day period, so it's not unusual, and the market's just not ready to figure out whether the euro rallies to the upside or moves to the downside. We did get better data out of the eurozone today with the GDP data, which was encouraging, helped by France, Italy, and Spain. I don't need to say comma while I'm talking, but Italy and Spain, and all that, those increases help to propel the Eurozone, Euro area CPI, or not CPI, GDP higher than expectation. So maybe there is some reason for the consolidation here, but some concerns about the upside, especially with natural gas prices the way they are in the Russian situation, Russian-Ukraine war, and gas pipeline, all an issue still in the backs of traders' minds. So staying consolidated. Looks like we're going to end the week that way. Taking a look at the sterling versus US dollar. This pair has moved to the downside since the data this morning, and we're coming down to retest the 100-hour moving average That 100-hour moving average comes in at 1.20946. It comes after again another spike to the upside earlier in the session. Been moving down in the European session. However, if we move back below the 100-hour moving average, which we did test on Wednesday's trade and found support buyers against that level, on Tuesday the price did move below it, but found support against the trend line and the 200-hour moving average. But if we do move below that 100-hour moving average, we start to re-look again back toward the 200-hour moving average and the trend line, which are tracking very nicely together. A move below those levels is needed to increase the bearish bias to the downside. On the top side, we'll go back to these lows through here. The 61.8% retracement, 121.587, corresponds roughly with this high right here, and maybe this low right here. So get above that level would be something that would need to be done, followed by this swing area through here between 121.77 and 121.87. So there's looks at three of the major currency pairs. We do have later today the University of Michigan Sentiment Index, expectations of 51.1 versus 50.0 last month. This is more of a timely data as it is for the month of July. So and it is the final data. If you recall, the preliminary came in, like I said, at 50.0. That will be an important release coming up at 10 a.m. Good fortune with your trading. Bye bye now.